The impact of spasticity on diaphragm contraction, electrophysiological assessment. Via Clinical Neurophysiology. S138824557.gif. Publication date, August 2018. Source: Clinical Neurophysiology, Volume 129, Issue 8. Authors: Bruno, Miranda, Susana, Pinto, Mamede, Carvalho. ObjectiveWe aim to evaluate diaphragm spasticity by measuring diaphragm compound muscle action potentials, CMAPs, to phrenic nerve stimulation at end-expiration, exp, and at full inspiration, inspector, in amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, primary lateral sclerosis, PLS, and age-matched controls. We also compared diaphragmatic responses of ALS patients with and without spasticity.MethodsDiaphragm. CMAPs were recorded from 111 ALS patients, 15 PLS patients and 36 controls. Percentage of change, %inspector-exp, was calculated for each neurophysiological measure. Clinical evaluation included functional ALS scale, spasticity and forced vital capacity.ResultsDiaphragmatic exp and inspector. CMAPs in ALS patients had longer latency, lower peak-to-peak amplitude and smaller negative peak area, all p0.05. ANCOVA analysis for %inspector-exp differences across groups, taking into account end-expiration values, revealed the group effect for peak-to-peak amplitude, all p0.001, and negative peak area, all p0.01. For both measures, the change in ALS and PLS patients was smaller than controls, all p0.05. Among ALS patients, those without spasticity, 74%, had longer latency, lower peak-to-peak amplitude and smaller negative peak area, all p0.05. Conclusions: upper motor neuron involvement changes physiological variability of diaphragmatic CMAPs, likely due to decreased muscle shortening and mobility.SignificanceSpasticity impacts on diaphragm electrophysiology, with potential implications in respiratory function. Add tags: currently, Physiology, Medicine by Alexandros G. Sfakianakis,